Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another Triple Boy video. Man, I'm a little bit shy because I'm talking, out kind of in public, but I just want to make this video because of just how this experience is right now and has been. So I've been in sort of a rut or kind of depressive type thing, time in my life, of struggling a lot. Struggling with goals, with things that I want to do that will progress me, struggling with the abuse I go through, struggling with, my present moment, and struggling with my future, and a lot of uncertainty. But I took Simon on a walk. I stayed up all night I didn't stay up all night last night. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I think I went to sleep at like 2:30, and I took like a good actual power nap. Maybe it was a little bit earlier than 2:30. I'm not sure. But this is the first time in a while that I have had social situations, and I felt good from them, I guess. Like, I haven't felt anxiety from them after the fact. Like, I had some anxiety in these social interactions, but none really after the fact. Not really, no. My neighbor, I saw him this morning while I was walking my doggy, and he said hi and everything, and we talked, and he's super cool. He was talking to me about how to introduce my Simon to new people. He was like basically telling me what he thought my dog breed was. He said he thought it was a bulldog a little bit because the legs and like the short legs and built shoulders and everything. Then he said from the top down it looks pit bullish a little bit. He said it was a mix because it's a mix, obviously. And he's super cool, and he just gave me advice, and he even gave me because I asked him about the vet, because that's, as if you're watching any of my videos, then the vet and Simon's safety is a big part of my stress and goals and stuff like that in my life. And I didn't tell him I didn't tell him exactly that why I wanted him taken to the vet so bad, but I told him about he got the hole in his balls and everything. It's like leaking pus and everything. And he told me, well, are you growing white fur? No, that might, hopefully I don't think that's white fur. That's new white fur around his belly area. I think that's interesting. But he said he just gave me what he thought the prices would be for a vet, because I asked him. He said for a yearly thing, it costs something he said something like 1,000 or maybe a little bit more than 1,000 for a yearly, getting everything done for him. And you'd come in probably every 3. Oh, Simon, calm down. You come in there every 3 months and get all his shots done and everything. But he said you can, it's pretty, you can just get him a checkup and get his shots and get everything, and you can do it for probably around 200 a year, I think he said, which is, to me, that's amazing. And he said he gave me the name of a pill or a gummy to give Simon, and he said it helps with fleas and it helps with heartworm and everything. And he said fleas and 3 other things or something like that, or fleas, heartworms, and 3 other things. And he's such a good guy, man. He's such a good guy. And I was keeping him because I had some questions, but he's such a great guy. I already forgot his name because I forgot it, and then I asked him again, and then I forgot it because even though that happened probably 15 minutes ago, I forgot it. It was like, I thought his name was Eduardo in the back of my mind. Eduardo or like Lalo. I guess they're the same thing, right? Or something. And then it's not that. It's like something close to Eduardo. Like Eladio? Oh, maybe it might be Eladio. He said, he might have said Eladio or something like that. Come here, buddy. Hey. And he was like whistling. Good boy. He was like whistling to get my dog's attention, and he like did it so effortlessly. Like he was like, good boy. Hold on. All right, I just did it, I think. And he did it, and immediately my dog went to him, and he like told me like, are those chickens I'm hearing? He told me how to introduce Simon to new people, and he said just make sure you're the alpha, hold his leash tight with your strong hand, and hold close to his collar, or even hold his collar, and then with your left hand, go extend to the other person, like shake hands, or like dap the other person up to but hold your dog to the side while you're introducing yourself to the other person, because you're basically showing the dog that you're touching, you're cool with the guy or with the other person. And I did it. I said okay, can I do it on you real quick? And he's like, sure. And so we did it, and he did it great, man. He did it great. He really, and he was, and the thing about him is, I've learned from this encounter, is he's real hesitant about new encounters with people. And the guy, Eladio, I think his name, said, yeah, he's real hesitant, but he goes up and he starts sniffing Eladio's hand and everything. And so Eladio said he's hesitant, so I'm gonna be hesitant. And eventually, okay, so what Simon did was, I dapped him up, and then Simon went up to him slowly, dapped him up, or went to him. Eladio, he sniffed Eladio's hand, and then Simon got a little bit nervous, and so Eladio put his hand back and everything, and then Simon went to me, and Simon went I should probably stop saying his name, because that's probably getting him riled up, but the dog went back to me and started jumping on me, wagging his tail, whining, because he was just really excited. And Eladio told me that was basically Simon saying okay, he's cool, right? He's cool. So, and it was kind of funny. He went to Eladio, then he went to me and started getting really playful, or started jumping way up to my face and everything, because he can jump. He can jump for sure. He's jumping, touching noses with me, and not even his body wasn't even like this. His body was kind of almost parallel, touching snouts with me or whatever. And so he said, yeah. And then he would get really excited, start rubbing against me, kind of tackling me, and then he would get to okay. And then he would go back to Eladio, cautiously, and start sniffing him. And then and then the relationship started to build with them, and Simon started to trust him more. And then I think Eladio even pet him, and Simon was wagging his tail a little bit. And dang, that's so reassuring, and I thanked him so much. I said thank you so much, and because he was talking about so much important things, just really helping me out. And it's blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blissing. I want to call things blissings instead of blessings, because blessings has, how English language they install curses into words, or negativities into good words, and negativities into words. Blessings, they put the less in there. So blissings are what I call blessings. I heard this from an Instagram person. So he had a great interaction with a new person. Yeah, that was the first time he ever seen him, Eladio. I don't know if his name is Eladio. I'm so forgetful with names a lot of the time. Most of the time, I'm forgetful with names. I don't even remember my teachers' names for the most part. I can't think of them off the top of my head. I know someone is named Miss Steele, I think, and then that's it. Don't know the school counselor. Don't know anybody, or don't know most people. I'm not great with names. And can you see me? Hopefully. So that was an amazing interaction, and he said go to because I was talking about like I don't have much money, and he has like the the thing on his balls, like the hole in it with the pus leaking out, and he's like, oh, okay, so what you need to do is just go to I think it's called, he said front or back street or front street animal shelter, and you can just walk in there and you can just ask, say like, hey, I need help, I got some questions, and my dog's like kind of hurt right now, kind of injured, so is it okay if you just let me know, or I just got some questions. He told me to just go in and ask questions, and they probably won't even charge me, and they'll just give me like the whole list of things that he would need. And man, that's so helpful. And I looked up the location. It's only like 15 minutes away, so I could have someone drive me there. Probably grandma or somebody, or even somebody like a friend's parent or somebody can drive me there easy. So I'm really excited for that. Really, really excited. And it's such a blessing, man. And I felt good from the social situation. I felt like, a little bit like I might have like, did I like come off like I wasn't paying attention or something, or did I come off like I wasn't caring or something, or did I not emote enough? Did he think I was being a douchebag? But like, I had those thoughts, but I don't think he did, and I was very thankful, and I was very friendly, and I was smiling and everything, and I was just being like kind of myself, man, and so that was really cool. But before that, I was walking around the block, and it's like it's been raining the past couple days, like pretty hard. And today I went out, I was expecting it to be like rainy or whatever, and I went out and it was so beautiful. Like the clouds are covering the sky a little bit right now in the sun, but it was so beautiful. All like, because it's like December, I think it might be Christmas Eve. So, it's been raining, and like a lot of the leaves most of the leaves off the trees are gone. And I went out and it was so beautiful. It was like, I think it was like 1 p.m. or something, or 1 or 2 p.m. I'm not sure. And I went out and it was so beautiful. And I walked to the left side of the street, and I saw two kids playing football, soccer, football, in the cul-de-sac to my right. And I was like, dang, that's so cool. Like, people are really like out, man. People are outside, like. And then I started to like, and I was like, and I went out and I saw like a couple cars go past, and not many people have Christmas decorations, but like some people did, especially in a couple cul-de-sacs and streets around my house. And I was just looking at everything, walking my dog, and I didn't go on a walk for like a pretty long time before this, and I've been dealing with so much stress and negativity and worry and doubt and abuse and stuff like that for a long time. And I went out and I went to the park. I went to the park that's right next to my house. And I saw it, and I went out in that street right there, and I saw like people were walking, people were outside, and I was like, wow, there's so many people outside. People are actually going outside. And I started like crying. I started crying and like on the verge of crying, and just smiling. And I put my arms out to the sky and everything multiple times, because there were people out, and there were like those half courts. Those half courts, I don't know if you can see, it's like kind of off in the distance, were full. Like people were playing basketball, having fun. Right now there's people walking over there. There's people at the park over there. There's somebody walking right there. It's beautiful. It's like, and I was like, dang, this is so. And the songs that were playing in my earbuds were also so like fitting, or like just so like the same, like so cool. It was I Started a Joke. I Started a Joke by, I think it's called like the Bees or something. Not Bees Gees, I don't think. Maybe. I Started a Joke. And it was like some other really good songs. Just like, but the I Started a Joke was when I had like the full, like that's when I went out to like out of the cul-de-sac area and went and saw the park and saw the sky and saw this field and everything. And I was just so just immersed and overcome with like gratefulness, man. It was I Started a Joke. There was other songs. I might still have it on Spotify, like if I'm on the same like listening thing, and I'll put them on the screen if I am. And so, and my dog's acting better today on the leash. He's not pulling as much. That's great. And you see those two people over there walking right there. So I saw them at the park, and I decided, you know what? I got this experience from Eladio or what his name was, and I introduced my dog to him. I wonder if I can introduce Simon to a dog. I don't think I've ever done that before, not really. So what if I introduced him? And so I went up to them, or not introduced. I said what if I just like walked past them with Simon, and I hold his leash tight and everything. So, and I'll just see how he reacts. And then I went like kind of up to them, and they were like, "Oh, hi, Merry Christmas!" Like, "Oh, hi, buddy." And they were like, "Oh, hi, Merry Christmas." He sees the dogs, because those are the same people. And they said, "Hi, Merry Christmas," and they were so friendly. And they're like, "Oh, does he want to say hi?" Anybody? And he sees them again. He sees the dog again, so he's whining. And he's like, "Oh, does he want to say hi?" And I'm like, I'm not sure." And she's like, "Okay." And then I said like, "Well, I've never introduced him to a dog, so I'm not sure how he'll react." And she was like, "Okay, well, maybe he could, maybe they can, like, smell noses and bump noses." And she was just so, like, friendly and delightful and so cool. And so I was like, okay. And I, held on tight, or held on to the leash, and she had her dog bump noses with my dog. And my dog, like, sniffed noses and wagged his tail, and like, he was like... like that sound. He was like whining. Okay, what? Hold on. You're okay. Why does he sometimes he likes to like bite my chin and bite my mouth like lightly sometimes. But he was like whining so loud, like, and like super loud, and he was like jumping up and down. Which is the same way he gets when he's around, when he first saw my cats, and he was friendly with the cats eventually. So, and it's the same way he is when he's around squirrels, and he probably isn't friendly with squirrels, but I'm not sure. but he's like the same. He got the same way, and that he was like, but he sniffed noses. He got quiet and sniffed noses with the other dog, and the other dog was friendly, I think. Sniffing noses, and then Simon got scared, and Simon got like scared all of a sudden. And he like jumped back, and like I think he was growling or like about to growl or like bark or something. And so the girl took her dog a little bit away, and then my dog got super excited, like super, started jumping up and down and whining and wanting to sniff the dog again. So we let them bump noses again, and Simon, everything worked out. He had a good friendly interaction with the dog. I'm not sure if it was, I think it was a girl dog, because they kept referring to, I'm not sure if, I wasn't sure if they were referring to my dog as a girl or that dog. I would think, but my dog has big balls, so I think they're referring to their dog. So it was a girl, which, that to me, that just seems, that's even better, because he would probably be more aggressive around a girl than a boy dog, right? Because he's not neutered or anything, and he's probably got a lot of testosterone or whatever. Do dogs have testosterone? I'm not sure. But it was a good experience. Everything worked out, and Simon got really, really jumpy and excited. You're a good boy. Okay. Oh gosh. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Okay, he's getting a little bit. Nope, Simon. No. Stay. So, stay, buddy. Stay. And it was a good interaction, and everything worked out fine. And I said Merry Christmas to them and everything, because I think it's Christmas Eve. And it was another good social interaction with me and with Simon, and it was 2 Simon interactions as well, back to back. One where I am like really, I moved forward in getting information about the vet and everything, and he gave me the name of like a special treat. Like I already talked about that. I don't know if I said the name of it, like a treat for like fleas and heartworms and like a couple other things that I should give Simon that like I might not need or might take care of, like not getting him shots for the things. He said it had something to do with Star, and it was like a pill, like Star or something. And he said he'll find out and get back to me when he sees me again or whatever. So it's like Star something, and it's like a pill, and it's like, he said it was like $30 a month. And just, man, it's magical experience. There's like, there's something that's just like, it's like everything, it's like and this is what I was thinking of, and this is what I was, kind of, thinking like. And I think this is because it's on, like, we're on Christmas break and everything, and like it's been raining in the past few days, and it's really sunny out, and like amazing weather, especially earlier, because it was like sunny, but it was like, kind of cold, and all of the leaves were off the trees, and it was like, I just don't even know, but it was like the way the light hit everything was so amazing. Like it felt like I was seeing the colors I saw as a kid, like it was as vibrant as it was. And it might be because it might be because I took Adderall, like, but it's not, probably not that, because I always take Adderall, so probably not that. But it was so cool, and it just felt like there was a shift in everybody, like everybody's frequency went up, like society, the world as a whole. Everybody got happier and healthier, and I just saw all these people outside, and I was just like, and I thought to myself, maybe things did get better. Maybe things are getting better. For the past year, I don't even know how long, years and years, all I've heard and all I've felt is about the world getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. by so many different things in my life and sources. But there's so many people out today that I saw just outside, whether it be playing basketball or taking a walk, or there's a kid there's a kid probably like probably half my age, so like 8 or 9, and I'm 16, dang, yeah, I'm 16, probably 8 or 9, and he was walking his dog, and he's so cute. He was so cute. The dog and the kid were cute. And pause, no gay shit. But yeah, the dog and the kid was cute, and I was like, and I just smiled because it was so. And I've been smiling. It's so cool. It's so cool. And it's like something shifted. Even the way I can see birds, just so good, so good, man. It's like everything. It's like everything shifted, and the people are actually getting better. And I thought to myself, hold on, it's possible. It's possible for things to actually shift. It's possible for it to get better. It's possible for people to be outside more and have more passion and love in their lives. And it's possible for me to help that future. It's possible for everyone to just be more human, more natural. And that's what I want. That's what I want. And I felt it today. And I feel it even now a little bit. So many blessings. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. I've been listening to the Living Tombstone, which is a band that I used to listen to, the FNAF songs. I used to listen to those FNAF songs all the time. Like, I don't know which ones exactly, but the first two I used to listen to a lot, and I just went back to them, and because I used to think they were cringe, and I used to hate myself. Even like I see another guy walking right there by my house. I thought he was walking a dog, but maybe not. But just another guy walking. I've been listening more to the Living Tombstone, and it's such a good band, and just like it's such good music, so good music, and the new FNAF song "Step On Up" about Monty and well, I accidentally freaking pushed the stop recording button because Simon pulled on the leash. But the FNAF Security Breach Step On Up Living Tombstone song is just so. I've been replaying that song over and 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 over the past few days, because I've been listening to all the Living Tombstone and all the FNAF songs that I used to love, FNAF musical, but that song especially, and it came out in like 3 months ago. But that song especially, because when I watched that song and I listened to it, I had such a amazing moment. Am I recording? I had like so much so much creativity and just like, like if you some people have moments where they like locked in and just had like a creative lock-in experience and just like wrote out like ideas for things. And some examples are, for me, is Transit remake ideas in Call of Duty. I want to make a Call of Duty Zombies game or map, and I have like this in a Transit specifically. I want to remake that map, and I have like on my notes app there. I have like so many note or so many just freaking writings of transit remaster ideas, and I have for Mob of the Dead as well and other maps as well. That was when I was in like a creative lock-in mode, and I still go back and add a couple things that I find, you know, are pretty cool. Like I just thought of it, what if I added a skate park what if I added a skate park in Transit, in the Transit remaster? That'd be cool. What if I added a baseball field? Isn't that so cool? You're okay, buddy. That's so cool. And I'm gonna add that probably after this recording is done. So times I've like felt really good creatively and just like had those like where I'm just flowing, writing ideas for things and writing ideas. When I remaking Transit, that was a big one. I even came up with like ideas, like I sketched out the entire map layout. I sketched out ideas and like, you know, the names and like the bus routes and everything. Like I gotta make a video about that. And just lore about the Transit and Call of Duty Zombies. I wrote ideas for that, but that's all around the Call of Duty and the Transit remaster. I had another like creative lock-in about listening to Michael Jackson's "Baby Be Mine," which is I wrote a note about. I wrote like in my notes app. It was in the shower. I listened to that song. And I listened to it on repeat. I think that was like one of the first time I ever remember listening to that Michael Jackson song was when I was like that time period when I was in the shower, listening to just Michael Jackson songs. It was so good. Baby Be Mine is one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, and I just locked in. Not lock in, but like I just had that, you know, you get that spark when you get that spark and you just like can play off it, and just the infinite ideas and fires, just ideas spilling off of you when certain things, and I love that. And I wrote like a whole like music video I wrote a whole music video in my notes app on the Baby Be Mine Michael Jackson song that I wanted to make. And the idea, it's such an awesome idea because it's so like, I'll probably put it on screen, but it's basically about like, I was playing Deltarune at the time, so it was basically like a gay romance, song. But like, I'm not sure why it was, I don't know, I like the vibe of it being gay. And it was me and my friend Alex. So, and I felt weird because I felt like because I imagined it like as a gay romance type song, but like a funny gay romance song, but like funny, but also like heartfelt. And I'm not actually gay, but I mean I'm like 99, probably like 97% straight. No, probably like 97, 98% straight. And definitely not like I probably never crack a guy, to be honest, or let a guy. I definitely probably never let a guy crack me. Is that someone dunking? Oh. And I just like, I like the feeling, and I don't know why, this is a side note, but like I really like writing stuff or like imagining rapping about me being gay, or like a gay couple or something. I don't know why. It's like, I guess like it's the vibe of it being inclusive or something, or like the vibe of it being like, I'm not sure why, but, and I wrote like a whole like romantic thing. It might just be because I don't have any like girls that are friends that like I even like had the idea of I didn't even have their image in my mind, so like I couldn't. Simon, don't pull on the leash, Simon. So I couldn't imagine them, but it was basically like a gay romance, heartfelt but like funny, ironic type music video, and it involved me on a green screen like Michael Jackson dancing, and then I pull my heart out like Chris from Deltarune, and then the heart transforms into like a cardboard cutout of a heart, and it like and like it follows and it leads me to Alex, and then like sparkles come up, and then all of a sudden I appear as the heart, and then like as we're about to kiss, the camera goes up into the sky or something. And it was like something. No, I think it was like that. Well, those were parts of it, but there were other parts of it that were like funny and cool. And I don't know why. I just like there's something about that is just so like I don't know. Is that weird? Like I don't know why. I'm not gay. I don't want to be gay. Like I don't think I want to be gay. Like I'd probably rather be straight. Like if I were to choose, I'd probably rather be straight. And I'm just like straight naturally, I think. Or like more straight, or like 90. I'm like I said, like 97% straight. But for some reason, I just like something about that there. That's probably something I need to analyze about myself, because I've thought about multiple different ideas of like a gay romance, or like writing a gay song, or like from the perspective of a gay person. I'm not sure why. And it was also like I want to rap a lot, and I think it would be cool if I rapped, but I also rapped like a gay lyric, but I did it like not ironically, like I rapped, or like yes, something like you're like okay, this is a big part of it. I'm just trying to analyze this part of myself. I have visualizations, like, or like thoughts, like, because I want to tell a lot of stories, and I want to make a lot of music, and a lot of music is from the perspective of others, and I forgot what I was going to say, but I want a lot of those perspectives to be something that's like, oh, I remember. I want to, like, in those perspective of like music and like just saying, and just like language in general, I want it to be like so normal of like it something being gay, that like I can say like I'm gay, or like say like, or like in the perspective of a song, be like I want to be with my husband or something, in a rap song, and nobody would like bat an eye at it, because they're going to bat an eye like the first couple of times I do like that type of song, or like it's not even, it's beyond like just like gayness, and it can go like race, everything like that. I think I just love the idea of like pushing the envelope in that way. And this goes back to what I was saying. If you watch the Astro World video, I want to like really make the individual parts of the crowd feel like they're special. Like I want to make the individual groups that are made that are not even in that are at the back of the crowd, or like at a separate part of the concert, like getting food or something. Like I want to show up there, like on like the ski line or whatever. And the idea, something about that, and it's also something about like writing from the perspective of a gay guy, or a black guy, or a twink, or like a furry or whatever, or like a pedo, even a pedo. And the pedo is probably the strangest one, but and writing from the perspective of someone like that, in like a song, and like singing from the perspective of someone like that, and not really having anybody have that be like part of the song naturally, and have people like accept that as part of the song. I guess I'm not sure. There's a lot to go on here, But anyways, I get sidetracked easily, man. We're already 11 minutes, and it's like the second part of the video. Okay. So like, and then I had another about listening to Everlong, the song Everlong, the famous song by I think it was one of Nirvana's bandmates created their own band after Kurt Cobain died. Possibly got murdered, possibly killed himself, not sure. And that song Everlong. And I wrote a whole music video in my journal and my notes app. And I just wrote it, and it was like such a good video. It was about I don't remember exactly what it was about, but it was about basically one plot line was about how they're being, basically one time I experienced like flashing white lights in the skies. It was actually at this house right here, probably a couple months ago. Flashing white lights in the skies. It was like there was like a satellite beam flashing white lights, and I asked all my friends about it that live around here, and I put it on Instagram, and some guy said Rothschild's mind control thing, like some random Instagram account replied to that story, because I wrote like, what are these flashing lights? Anyone seen that? And this random Instagram account, I think it was even called like burner account or trash account, and it said Rothschild satellite mind control brainwash something like that. And I looked it up and I researched a little bit into it, and when I first saw it in the sky multiple times, it felt unnatural. It felt like it shouldn't be there. It felt like I might have been getting changed. So when he said that, I like immediately started getting like, oh my God, he could have something there. And to this day, I don't know what that was about. It was like multiple directions, like the whole sky was flashing white in multiple directions. There was no lightning, no rain, no nothing. It was like not even any wind, I don't think. So yeah, it was crazy. But I wrote the song Everlong, or like a music video for the song. Oh yeah, it was about a big part of the song was about, instead of like a romantic thing, it was about my past self and me, and I was basically singing to my past self instead of like a romantic partner. Like in his song in the music video, it was a romantic partner, but I thought about it as saying it to my younger self and singing it to my younger self, and my younger self singing it to me and everything. And I wrote a whole music video about that. And there was another plot line about the satellite beams, mind control beams. I eventually ran out to like the middle of a field where there's a bunch of these beams firing off, mind control beams, and I decided to pull the plug, and I electrocute myself, and my hair like goes up like cartoonish, like this, like if you tease your hair or steeze your hair or whatever. And I followed back and I basically sacrificed myself, and then I wake up, and I didn't sacrifice myself, but I like saved the world, or like I saved like brainwashing from happening and everything. And I wrote a lot about it. And I'm having the same thing with Security Breach when I saw that Living Tombstone video. And all this to say, I'm going back to that Living Tombstone video, Step On Up, with the Security Breach thing. And I wrote like, I'm probably have over 100 pages of material on just ideas and things like that. So many great ideas. I don't want to necessarily say them all because I don't want there to be spoilers for when I do make it. I basically want to make a FNAF Security Breach movie, but like not a movie. It's like kind of like an ARG, kind of like Transcendental Media. But I think I want the main part of it to be a movie type, or like film people watching it. Like, and I'm thinking about having it like 8 hours straight or something like that. And I just so many good plot lines and interesting ideas that I wrote just for the past couple days, just writing ideas flowing out. And it's so cool. But all that to say, and even in my depressive episode, like I've been in this creative mood, and by episode, like depressive state that I've been in, and like getting abused all the time. But also, like, right now it's been like kind of depressive. But all this to say, I'm about when I brought up the Living Tombstone and going back to the FNAF songs and everything, it's because when I was younger, I used to like that type of songs and that stuff. It was my childhood, man. And I used to love Five Nights at Freddy's in general also. But I also thought it was, but like I got bullied from it, or someone in my family bullied me about it, or my grandma, like, I was showing my grandma and everybody in the car a FNAF song, I think. And she was like, turn that off, that is horrible and everything. And she wasn't that mean, but it really hurt me. But she said, yeah, turn that off, that's horrible. And she just kind of insulted me about it and everything. And just instances like that, multiple times of like my music getting made fun of and everything. And I started to hate the music. And thought it was so cringe. Simon, no, come here. And even though I deep down liked it, and deep down was passionate about it, and I thought it was cringe, and I basically just stopped watching all of it. And then the past like few years, I've been like in the past year, I've been going back to my younger self and realizing that I wasn't cringe, I wasn't weird, I was into cool stuff. It was all cool stuff. It was cool ideas, cool things I was passionate about. It was stuff that I actually cared about and I loved. Stuff like FNAF, stuff like Living Tombstone songs and everything in that type of genre. And I'm going back to it now, and I'm like, that is so cool. That stuff is so cool. So I've been what I'm saying is I've been healing my younger self and connecting with my younger self, and it's been great. So I just want to say that. I love you guys so much. I feel this is like a blessing. Such a blessing today. I got the name of the shelter I want to go to and ask questions about. And get stuff with my Simon, with my dog checked. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing life, death, and afterlife. Bye-bye.